You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
You just gotta listen.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Crazy Bone.
What's happening? I'm Keith G.
And y'all know we got another good one lined up for you. Like always, we do. We thank all y'all for listening. Thanks for all the feedback y'all giving us
All day.
on these shows and these topics, man. You know, we really appreciate it. The input, the comments. You know, we working on the way to interact with y'all very soon. So
Yeah.
we're going to get that together. But, man, like I said, thank y'all for tuning in again. We got another good show. And so we're going to jump right into it like we always do. Now, I don't know if y'all have been following the news lately or if y'all even watch the news. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot going on. Been a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of people are starting to, a lot of people are starting to notice that the world feels a little different lately.
Yeah, the climate change, bro.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Climate change in every way.
Yeah.
Even with the climate, literally.
Yeah, literally, you know.
Seriously, you know what I'm saying? The vibes in the atmosphere are definitely off. Everybody would agree to that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And and we know that that there's always been crime here. There's wars, and violence, and everything we see on the news. But a lot of people will say, but this is stuff that's always been happening since the beginning of time. It's nothing new. It's true it's been happening since the beginning of mankind, but in our day, in time, we all got to admit, we got to admit, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, that, it's a lot of, all of these uncertainties and negativity that's in the world today.
Yep.
They have greatly increased as we speak.
Yeah.
From bad to worse.
Yeah. It ain't like it changed so much. Like you're saying, everything is just exactly how it be. How it was in the past and everything like that. But it's escalated now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of rapid pace, it's just fast. Everything is just quick handed to you.
Yeah, from bad to worse. And I want to focus on that saying real quick. From bad to worse. Because if you think about it, that can apply to so many things in this world. So many main things, the things that God told us to watch out for. Crime, bad to worse. Violence has went from bad to worse. The homeless population has went from bad to worse.
Yeah.
The food shortages worldwide, bad to worse. You just said climate change and these natural disasters, way worse than they used to be. Bad to worse. You know what I'm saying? And that's just scratching the surface of some of this.
Yeah,
stuff.
people,
the list goes on and
people.
on. Yeah, people. Period.
The whole
bad to worse. Just attitude.
The fabric of morality for people. That's it.
The lack of love.
All that
went from bad to worse.
Yeah, we just start with that.
Everything,
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? But the question that needs to be answered is, why are these things happening? Why is the scene of the world going from bad to worse? If we have all these world rulers and, around the globe campaigning for peace, claiming that their goal is to achieve world
That's
peace.
The word.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
claiming.
If this is what they truly want, then why has peace been so elusive for them? Why haven't they been able to attain this?
Real talk.
These leaders, they got everything they need. They got all the money. They got everything they need.
Land, natural resources.
Cannot solve this problem.
But like you just said, and that's what I was just chiming in with, they claim, like how you already aware of it, because it's just a rhetorical question, because we understand that, but they out the back door, crime, front door, peace. We talking about peace, so they don't want it. They got every resource to make for people. It's enough land, it's enough everything, enough food, enough all that for everybody, but they don't want no peace. That ain't even the goal. It's greed.
Exactly, because that's not the goal.
And an luciferic doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Following that plan you know what I'm saying, of that spirit of, like we're going to get into later, the spirit of this world, you know.
Some people might say, well, you know, it's because of the governments or whatever whatever president is in office. They may not agree with their policies, or the rise in unemployment, homelessness, like we said, gas prices, parents not parenting their kids in the right way, or whatever they might place the blame on. You know what I'm saying? And it's true that all these things are contributing factors to the problem. But, however, there is a main specific reason why we're seeing things escalating intensely from bad to worse as of late. And that specific reason is the spirit of the world.
Yep.
The spirit of the world is something deadly.
Yeah, they teach us not to pay attention to that too.
And you gotta almost be careful moving around, because it's the spirit of the world. It is like a pandemic. It is like a virus.
It is.
You can catch it.
Really though.
Like for real, and it's very contagious.
Not catch it. Look, safe to say we all got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not
we
catch it. We all got it.
Oh yeah, we all infected by it.
It's just that how much do you got, you know, of it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it really, in this case, it's not even comical, but, you know, some people is bathing in it. You know what I'm saying? Some people realize, hey, man, this ain't the right way lifestyle live, this and that, what's going on. Some people going to make rights for the things that they know is wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just to go along with the spirit of the world.
Definitely, bro. That's true. That's true. And a lot of people doing it.
Yeah, we all, the coldest part, we all guilty, like I say, of that, because we are influenced by this world. The world, as we'll get into that, you know what I'm saying, because you have a list of things like that type, you know what I'm saying? So I want the people to peep that, but.
So what I want to do right now is I want to read the definition of the spirit of the world and what it means for those of you who might have no clue. I know it's a lot of you that don't. It says the impelling force that influences human society, made up of those who are not servants of God, causing such people to say and do things according to a characteristic pattern. Although people act on individual preferences, those who manifest the spirit of the world give evidence of certain basic attitudes, ways of doing things, and aims in life that are common to the present system of things, of which Satan is ruler and God. So what we're going to try to do here is, try to give a little more clarification of all this. First, I want to go back to the end of that paragraph where it says, those who manifest the spirit of the world give evidence of certain basic attitudes, ways of doing things, aims in life that are coming to the present system of things that Satan is the ruler over. So there you have it. What does it say? In this world that we live in, Satan is the ruler and God of this system of things. Him and his influence on man is the sole reason we see conditions go from bad to worse. The main reason. The spirit of the world is his spirit. He is controlling the world. God has allowed him to do so for a short period of time.
Oh, it's all allowed it.
And he has been influencing man ever since.
And you look.
That's what it is.
And what my cat just said right there is the whole synopsis of exactly what's going on. Yeah, we participate in things and we say, damn, look at these bad people over here. Look at these thinkers over here. Look at these ones. How could you kill a child, or how could they, rape these ones and do this and that? Yeah, the people have a part to play in this because they the vessels that's getting taken over by some of these fallen spirits. You know what I'm saying?
And we can't get it twisted. People have just as much to share in it as the people that's doing his bidding. They have just as much to share in it as he does.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because the devil can only influence us.
Yep.
He can't put the pistol in our hand and say, shoot it. He can't do that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He could tell us to, but he can't make you do anything. So that's saying that the devil made me do it. No,
what he
enticed you.
Yeah,
he influenced you.
Exactly.
You made the choice to go through with it.
That's true. And what he do is set the table.
Working hand in hand with him.
He right at that. He sets the table, but he really try to prey on people who, and what he try and do is detach you far away from God. You know what I'm saying? So much that you just liable to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even know his word. and people that just doing anything in life and willing to just, they don't know the word and they trying to come up this way and that way. A lot of that people are susceptible to it because it's like, I don't believe in nothing anyway. So when he come along with this little scheme that I think is cool, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like it's working for a while, but it's never going to work because it's always going to end up in destruction.
Never going to work. It's never going to work. You know,
people do got a part to play for sure.
I mean, I know y'all was probably sitting back waiting for some big grand announcement. Yeah, why is it like this? We done told y'all a million times.
Yeah.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
It's because of him. And for people that don't believe that it's him, it's a scripture in Revelation 12:9 that God told us. He warned us about these things. He told us exactly what happened. So down the great dragon was hurled, the original serpent, the one called devil and Satan, who was misleading the entire inhabited earth. He was hurled down to the earth, and his angels was hurled down with him. So it's going up. He what they say, what's that old saying they say, he running amok.
Yeah. straight amok. You know what I'm saying?
Amok. Like down here, him and his compadres, they acting, you know what I'm saying? They acting up. And then this is how God went on to say, to let us know this. This is what he said after the devil was tossed out the heavens. He said, on this account, be glad, you heavens, and those who reside in them. Talking to the angels, because they had just got rid of him. He was up there running them up. They're like, oh, no, you got to go. So God got him up out of there. He said, be glad for y'all in the heavens, but look what he said for us. He said, woe for the earth and sea, because the devil has come down to you having great anger, knowing that he has a short period of time. So this is why the turn-up game has begun.
Yeah, and that's 100% what my cat just say right there, but 100%. You know what I mean? And to explain it like that is even the dope part, because he mad, angry, putting time into putting all his activities into you know what, turn up all of that. We had it. It was a little bit, because just to say what I'm saying, I remember a time where I could watch TV a little bit earlier. I'm old enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? A long time ago, they had television shows where there was only 2 beds for the parents even. You know what I'm saying? They never really even showed it that. Mm-hmm. Look to the 80s, it jumped up. Right now, it ain't even it's not even the same people in the bed.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Time is fat. Everything is boom, 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 boom. If you don't got a TV, look at this. See, we couldn't watch TV different times or whatever if you wasn't at home. Now you got ignorance all day long with these little devices, just like TV. I mean, it could be used for good or bad, but I'm saying this is a part of the escalation of what is going on to get evil just at a rampant part. You know what I'm saying? To get God's peoples to act like we don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? Just turn, man, whatever God say do, let me just pervert that and have it not be did. Like we were saying even about sex. Sex cool. In the way God said it's cool. Get married, know the person, get married, then have a ball. He ain't tripping. Fruitful and multiply. But the world perverted that. You know what I'm saying? And we wonder what's wrong with the family.
Like they always, like the world, because that spirit of the world perverts everything, because it's ran by him. So
and the government said it's okay.
This is why there are multiple scriptures in the Bible, not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are multiple saying, be no part of this world. Stay away from this world. Do not do the things these people are out here doing.
Be in the world, but not of it.
We have to maneuver through it. We got to maneuver our way through it. We got to work and support our families like we always say, but you just keep your distance. You know how you work with certain people, but you don't really mess with them after work.
Right.
You know, you got your own thing you go do, that's how you do the world. We go out and we work in it, you know what I'm saying? But after hours, we don't really mess with it, though. Yeah,
and I ain't trying to come even, because see, and I understand why people be in it, because coming away from it after you even get yourself used to this world, you know what I'm saying? Eating off this world's plate and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to damn near dilute you got to turn it all the way around and turn your back on it, really. And then turn your back again, because you may turn around like, hey, I'm back again. You know what I'm saying? Because it do got a pull on things. And I'm just saying nobody's a sucker for falling to victimizations of the world and their sins, because we all did that. You know what I'm saying? And still do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what it's saying is like, yo, not trying to practice that. Coming away from like, you know what, God, I hear you, man. You did this and that, man, and I feel what you did, what your son did. Come on, man. And I don't want to do the things that upset you no more. You know what I'm saying? But the spirit of this world tell us to ignore that. It's cool. Either he ain't there or he don't care. One of the two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know, like for all the people out there that made it thought the devil was some red dude with horns.
Oh man.
And you know, walking around with a excuse me, walking around with a pitchfork, tossing niggas in fire, like you've been misled. If you read the Bible, it lets you know exactly what's going on to the T. To the T.
Yeah.
You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, though. Like man doesn't believe that they're being influenced by the devil. They're serving the devil, thinking that they're serving God, but they're not. Like in the scripture says, it says he is misleading the entire inhabited world, and he's going to mislead them right down to their graves.
Yeah.
They got a lot of blood on their hands.
When you following something now follow. I'd advise you to, if you following something like a football team or a basketball team, and they happen to be wrong, that's cool. That's just your thing. But pay close attention to who you follow and what spirit you is following, because that's real talk. Because he come as an angel of light. He try to pose like that to try to make things seem nice and cool, but it's some things off of. You know, when someone approach you and everything, just like, man, hold on, man, that right there ain't. Look, man, don't be mixing no lie up with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he a master of doing. So it'll look like that when you going on your own understanding. Like God said, don't lean to our own understanding. It ain't even sharp enough to understand his ways. Just listen at what he's saying instead of just like, you know what, this sound good to me. I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, and like all these, like, you know what I'm saying, like we should have been come to the point to where we ain't taking serious what these people say. Yeah. Like sitting back relying on the government through everything. We be done figured it out before they do.
Or,
you know, I mean, they left us. They leave us. I mean, you know, they've been leaving us out to dry. We've been had to figure out a lot of things on our own without the government.
Oh, so yeah,
we're not surprised. We not shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like it. You know, like it is what it is. You know, say these world rulers and these religious leaders have been promoting the spirit of this world.
Yeah.
In other words, they've been promoting the devil. Period. Point blank. It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
I read on Twitter the other day, bro. A pastor at a Catholic church said there was a Catholic school that flew. First of all, they had the American flag already flown at the school.
Right.
Then I guess the Catholic school chose to fly a Black Matters flag as well, and then they chose to fly a pride, a gay pride flag.
Yeah.
They chose to all them, and a pastor came out and said, "You know what? This school is not allowed to be considered Catholic anymore because they flew that Black Lives Matter flag and the gay pride flag." This nigga ain't say nothing about the American flag. Nigga, why is you got anything to do with politics anyway?
And
you trying to point the finger, but you wrong too. What about the American flag?
Man, that's the most gangster rag
Mixing
it is.
church with state.
That's the most gangster rag it is. Flying that flag right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and that's what we saying. Like people pointing the finger and ain't looking at everything. People trying to pick and choose what they gonna rat on somebody else about. Like, bro, you can't pick, like, and you got a whole closet full of skeletons.
Good point, bro.
Talking about you can't pick and choose. Oh, this person over there gay. That gay stuff got to stop.
Yeah.
But you over here sleeping with niggas' wives.
Man.
Fornicating, all kind of stuff, bro.
Real talk.
This stuff we all got to stop and think about, like, for real.
Real talk.
Or you talking about, oh, you shouldn't be cheating on this and you out killing and robbing people.
Can't point no fingers.
It's the same thing.
Can't point no fingers. But what we can do with love, you know what I'm saying? He even say that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Try to correct our brothers. But he say get the plank out your own eye, you know what I'm saying, before you approach your brothers with trying to tell them what they doing. So I definitely agree with that. You know, we do got to
what you got to do.
Police up on ask the Lord's Spirit to help us police upon ourselves. When you lay up on your pillow, ask yourself, think, not just go to sleep real quick or watch TV, but who did I offend today? You know what I'm saying? Am I too indulged in this world? Is it on your mind? I gotta have this to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All that kind of just pull. And look, Solomon was the man that had the most snaps. God gave it to him. So I ain't saying we don't supposed to have nothing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But usually when men and women get riches, it distorts their mind. It kind of make them feel like, well, I don't need you today, God, too much. You know what I'm saying?
What's that saying they got? Power corrupts, but absolute power absolutely corrupts.
Yeah. Something like that. I heard that before. Yeah, something like that.
I might be saying it wrong, but it's something to that extent.
You in the neighborhood.
The more power you get, the more notorious you become.
Yeah.
Look how these people acting to get this money. Look how I don't care if they celebrities, I don't care who they are. Look how they act when they become this rich. They think people owe them something. They actually think people owe them something when it's the people who made them who they are. No, you owe the people because they made you. You know what I'm saying? But they reversed it on them.
Yeah, they did.
They reversed it, like, you know what I'm saying? And this is why we have these chosen few people that get into these positions, and everybody else is the peasants.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Because that's how they want it.
And look, see, and these people you talking about, see, I ain't saying what a man do or don't do, but you can tell by the fruits of what a person do, who they checking in with. If these people checking in with God, see what I'm saying? They ain't finna make things uneven. You know what I'm saying? That's just what lead me to believe that these leaders and the way they drunk off their power. You got little dude over there in Korea. You got the ones over here. You know what I'm saying? You got ones in every country who really think that sometimes they sit up in a little perch thing, line up all their military and bring them all in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like they really just like, nigga, this is just my thing.
Look what we got. Y'all come over here. We got something for you.
You know,
bro, I was just watching on TV when I was talking to you earlier. I was watching it on TV. Like, they showing what kind of weapons they got. Got all they soldiers out there marching in unison. Like, oh yeah, we calculated. We ready for this.
Yeah, and see, and don't know God looking like, look here, man.
Like, boy, I'll blow on all that and it's gone.
Just with a blow, but I'm having mercy on it. But it's just the way that men get that. Some men to get power. Some people to get power know how to wield it because they checking in with God every day. See, you can't have no power and not check in with him because you can't hold. It's too big to hold. You can't help but get an ego. You walk around and people telling you yes all day and doing things and this and that, what the spirit of the world is, you know what I'm saying, how they do the celebrities, all that types, the star such treatment. You kind of like start thinking this is your thing. That's why you see people slapping people, disrespecting. You ain't bring me no iron, 9 M&Ms, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
because
but I heard somebody, I forgot who it was. Somebody said, just shows you how much people think of themselves. Way too much.
Too much into themselves.
Way too much. But I want to read some stuff in these paragraphs. We can reflect off these paragraphs as I read them. You know what I'm saying? But I like to read it sometimes instead of just like trying to talk and break it down on my own because some things should be read exactly how they are.
Word.
So people can get the get the whole feeling and understanding of what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? The article is taken from jw.org. You know what I'm saying? From the Wake magazine. The article was written in 1981, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically breaking down the spirit of the world. And we can go all the way to how the spirit of the world first started, who kicked it off and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can pay attention, you know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all where to go get this article at the end so you can read everything I'm reading. You have it in front of yourself to read it. But it says, talking about the spirit of the world, it says, it is the frame of mind, the inclination of the mind, the persistent tendency that controls the world of mankind. It moves the world to certain characteristic conduct, namely to speak, to think, and to take attitudes and viewpoints, and to decide and act in a certain way that follows a definite pattern. It results in a certain kind of behavior, a uniform course of conduct. All this outward form of expression reveals or betrays the kind of spirit that the world of mankind has. So basically saying, you see the traits, bro.
That's it.
The spirit of this world promotes it's like the person, the spirit of the world, it's like the personality of the world. And it basically promotes violence, selfishness, greed, rebellion, fornication, adultery, jealousy and envy, the pursuit of money and material things. It promotes independence from each other, but most importantly, independence from God. And everybody is always ready to compete or contest what the next person says for a debate or argument. Just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody has an opinion about everything, and all those opinions are clashing with each other. Because everybody think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. They really don't. That's what it is, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the spirit of the world. That's what we see in abundance of those things I just named.
Oh, that list you just read, you can turn on any song almost and hear all that in there.
Exactly.
And that's going directly into our children's ears. Not that it wasn't. Now, see, just because nigga done got dirty before don't mean that you can't tell nobody got dirt on their clothes. You know what I'm saying? So that stigma ain't gonna work here. Yeah, we done did things. I have music that wouldn't get to release that would have added nothing good to the society too. So with that being said, the music is going directly into the kids' ears. I didn't realize that all the time. I didn't know that it's really getting in there and see, rap music is some of the most, just to pause there, the most talkative music you get. You know what I'm saying? That's the most conversation that you having in a music type setting. So that's like somebody talking right to you. So it's going right into your spirit. Yeah, and you're projecting this.
And I saw from our last show on gun violence, people was talking about, oh, it ain't music. It ain't music. Yeah. It ain't video games. It ain't, bro, like, look here. Y'all tripping because if you don't believe that these things can have an influence on people, there is a person back in the 90s that robbed and kidnapped this lady in Cleveland.
Talk to him.
It was on the news in Cleveland. The judge asked this man why he did it. He said, because I was listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm going to keep it 100. He said, us.
Damn.
He said, because I was listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Of course, they was like, oh yeah, life, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, you did it because you wanted to do it. But this dude could have heard something in our song that made him snap. It's possible. For everybody talking about, oh, no, it ain't. Yes, it can be music.
Yeah.
It can be. It can be everything.
Yeah, any tool.
It can be like it could be a violent movie they see. It could be something violent it could be something violent a person said to them in person.
Yeah.
People can be influenced from other things. So all that people talking about, it's not music, it's not video games, like you need to kill that.
Yeah.
We're not saying that, it's the cause of, it's the entire blame. No. But it has this share of blame in there. You better believe it.
Oh yeah.
And you better believe it.
And they letting these things go through they call it, I forgot what they call it, but they screen the movies, they put a rating on it, they screen the video games, put ratings on them, whatever society that does that. Is y'all watching TV? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let this slip through the cracks. You ain't seeing what's on TV?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the maker niggas of it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language though.
Yeah.
They know that this is their airwaves. This is their publication. These days, radio stations, except the one we own, because they would have been through us off. You know what I'm saying? But this is all they have all these tools of promotion.
They're still coming for.
Oh yeah, they're still gonna try to come through.
Like you said, they had these tools.
Yeah, but they got all these tools of promotion that they using, and we think it's so innocent with just your favorite singer, your favorite your favorite clothing. Because look, it's even something about the world's clothing. You could put on a certain outfit, and that outfit gonna carry you into your bravado of what's going on. Just like a military person puts on his soldier outfit. I talked to some of these people before. I talked to a punk rock kid. He was like, man, when I put that thing on, no, one of them skinhead niggas or something like that. Yeah. When he put it, especially when he put on his Doc Marten boots, he feel just real like, he just in it. Same way a gangster gonna put on this thing too. Now I feel like you belling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you doing your thing, or whoever put on their whatever, it's your outfit for. But it dresses you more into it, like you were saying earlier, into the or player, whatever it is you got something that suits your whole background of it, but it's all spirit of the world. I ain't saying we can't get dressed and be fresh. Nah. Look, don't let none of it go to your head. Don't put none of it before our God. All this stuff could be cool and enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? But doing it like that with the spirit, the way the spirit of the world says do it, they say do it before God. They say get something and spin it up. Don't think about him. See, they twisted that up into saying that the man of God down here, man, they want your money. Don't go to church. He don't want God. Don't want your money. He ain't tripping off of nobody's money. Everything is his. He trying to see where our heart is at. But the spirit of the world said, I'm not going to pause and give you nothing. I'm not going. My first fruits are supposed to be yours. I don't even want to count them. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you the best of the thing. But the spirit of the world say, man, I ain't giving them niggas nothing. Nigga, you better get your own.
Real talk, and that's how the spirit like.
Only the strong survive and all that.
Understand this time we living in. What we telling y'all. Overall, like, you know, we're gonna get back to what we're talking about, but overall, what we're saying is the only armor that you can put on to protect yourself in the times we living in.
Armor of God.
Is the armor of God. You know, bulletproof vest. Yeah, that can stop a bullet. You know what I'm saying? But the armor of God can stop you from losing your entire soul. A bullet can take your life.
Yeah.
But the armor of God will protect your soul for the real life.
That's the realest thing we said today.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to jump back into this paragraph. It says, and this is deep. You know, this is for like people who wondering why people won't listen, won't want to take the time to change what's wrong. Everybody want to protest and scream. It's unjust, and we sick of this, but don't want to do what they're supposed to do to see the light. So it says, to wide awakened persons, it is clear that the spirit of slumber has settled down upon the mass of mankind. They choose to stay unconcerned, indifferent to the meaning of world events today. They do not want to wake up to what the world situation means and what they should do for their own safety and lasting welfare. There is also a certain universal bondage. Men show the spirit of bondage, although they do not like to admit that is true. Also, under the tremendous pressure of the times, a spirit of selfishness or self-seeking prevails everywhere. This selfish spirit expresses itself in so many ways, in politics, in commerce and business, in social affairs, in international relations, in pleasures, in religion, and in other fields of interest. Yes, the world is all one in the common spirit that it expresses. Truth.
Man, that's it right there.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? People are in a spirit of slumber. A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, a lot of people see what's going on, and they genuinely want to know what is going on. Like, am I doing something wrong? What are we supposed to, like people ask us all the time?
Yeah.
What we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Then what we do? You know what I'm saying? But there's some people that we also see in the comments that sit up and say, "Oh man, it ain't music fault. It ain't y'all doing too much." Nah, y'all, bro, because they don't want to wake up to what's going on.
Yeah.
It's right in front of their face, but they don't want to admit it.
Because you're going to have to do something when you see it.
Exactly, because you're going to have to now be responsible.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to be responsible. They rather die than to be like, you know, I'm going to take responsibility and get up and do my part, what I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? No matter what or who ain't doing theirs, do yours.
Exactly.
Because it could start
like what they do.
It could start just like that.
And it don't even make a difference, not to cut you off. It
No,
don't
do
even
your
make
thing.
a difference if your mama and daddy ain't doing what they supposed to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you stay on this. If your wife,
Yep.
your kids, everybody, because when it comes to getting approved, it's amen for themselves.
It really is. You know, and you know, fathers and
real.
parents. And see, and I'm glad you said that too, because see, fathers and parents are supposed to be able to lead children into the lifestyle of God and sit up and tell them stories about God, tell them about Christ. You know what I'm saying? But check what they did to the family.
Yeah.
I know as far as what they did to my kinds of families.
Right, and we know it ain't like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We don't. The pops is ushered out quick. Moms is over there. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, ain't no pops.
And if you-
ain't nobody to take them or tell them no stories like this. Do you think?
It ain't. No. And it's an attack. You know what I'm saying? The devil is smart because he knew how to come in certain classes, race classes. He knew how
Get
to
at
break
the family
down.
Yep.
He knew how to break each one of them down. Okay, the black, you know, no father.
Yeah.
Keep the father in jail. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring this conspiracy against the black man. They are to never come up.
Yeah.
That's going to keep them unbalanced and even at each other's throat.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? We got them.
Mm-hmm.
We go over to the middle class white people.
Mm-hmm.
They was doing good for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we start. They got mixed up in the whole. Some of them got mixed up in the whole drug thing that was aimed for us.
Yeah.
And it took their families down.
All day.
And they started mixing a little with our culture. And for the rich people, the devil saw that the father and the parents were so busy trying to make their money, they paid no attention to the kids.
None.
These kids, they open targets.
Shoot.
Get them these pills and get them these drugs and all this stuff and go out and have a good time.
Good time.
Break that family up. Now the kids on drugs, parents don't care. That family's in shambles.
Yep.
He attacks everybody accordingly.
Yeah.
Many different ways we fall for him.
To
every
attack
time.
the family. And that's exactly what it happened to. And a lot of time, look, even that spirit of, like, it was one of the things you said on the list too, happiness, the individual happiness. A lot of families is broken up because the father say, I'm not happy, or the mother say she not happy. When there's supposed to be a pact that's about lifestyle and the kids. You know what I'm saying? Living towards God is the way it was meant to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a man and a woman like that. But that's broken up. So when a child can't hear the roar of the father and the kindness of the mother, it's going to distort the way that they walking around here. Because a kid need to hear, hey, you know, versus mom's trying to, hey, y'all stop. You know, she going to have to say that 9 times, then go threaten you with this bottle top or whatever it is she got. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a something. This just to bounce off everything we talking about. The spirit of this world is crazy. I saw something in the media the other day, and it was some. I think it was some young rapper. I don't even know the names. You know what I'm saying? But him and his current girlfriend had just experienced a miscarriage.
All right.
And his ex goes online celebrating the miscarriage.
Damn.
Talking reckless. And all the comments was saying, even amongst these youngsters, the comments was like, wow, people just ain't got no more respect, no more morals, no more da-da-da-da-da. It's like you happy death failed upon an unborn child. Like you have a child. Remember that. You have a child. And to send hate out that strong,
To suffice her happiness.
Wow.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
It's crazy, bro. But I want to jump back into this paragraph so we can, you know what I'm saying, move along with it. Hold on, did we cover everything? Yes, we basically talk about, you know, like the selfish, everything is selfish in politics. No. Let's talk about this stuff. You know, because it says, you know, also under the tremendous pressures of the times, a spirit of selfishness, self-seeking.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we see.
Yeah.
People ain't trying to help nobody.
Shit.
Ain't nobody trying to help. Like we read in the last episode, like the quote we read where the dude said, "We'd rather send a man down to the welfare office than to let him eat off our table."
Cold.
No, they're going down welfare office. No, it's going to take. That's a process. When you got food on your table right here, you tell the man to go down here.
Yep.
You know he got to sign up and hoping he qualify.
All
Wow.
that.
That's the world we live in here.
The spirit. They used to have a saying back in the 80s. I don't know if you remember this. They say, look out for number one. You know what I'm saying? They always have that. It was even in commercials. You know what I'm saying? Chevy or Ford One or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a spirit of this whole thing. It's a whole narcissistic society, period, once you even start dabbling even at school and all that kind of thing. They teach you to, you know, they teach you selfishness. You know, this is mine. And, you know what I mean? The whole spirit of like, you got to get yours.
We got slapped for saying that.
For real. That's good. And
We
that's
snatch
good.
something and say, that's mine. That's what?
Because it's supposed to be
My mother-
ours.
Give it to them. Give it back to them now. Let them, and when they done, you get it back.
Miss Linda, that's right.
Bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. And then when we think about the politicians, the selfishness in the politics,
Oh, man.
we can go for days with this. We can look
Days.
At we can look at these idiots right now because that's what they are to me, idiots.
Yep.
These dudes done went to these prestigious schools, spend all this money for their education,
Yep.
and they have zero common sense.
Zero.
Zero.
Because they don't care. See, they should even realize that, you know what, I'm up here and I do, you know, I'm stealing, and to them it don't even matter. They got to know that they stealing because this equipment that we buying, like back in the day, even at the White House, it wasn't no $500 for this notepad and they budgeting everything up, taking from the people. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the people ain't doing good, but they getting up in there stealing.
True.
It's only bad when they supposed to be the people that you look up to, which I don't look up to. But if we did, you know what I'm saying, if I was just a regular citizen, I'd be like, damn, they don't really do the things they supposed to, because they really could do the things that they supposed to do. But that spirit of the world keep them dudes like, man, look, y'all better take what y'all can get, you know what I'm saying, because soon they ain't even finna be pretending no more. You know what I'm saying?
And then moving to, it says selfishness in commerce and business. Bro, now I just, like, you know what I'm saying, we do shows every weekend. You know, I got to fly all the time. Bro, when I tell you flying has become disastrous. These airlines are so greedy, they're booking flights for people they don't even have.
Damn.
Just to get people's money, and then they leave you stranded in the airport talking about, oh, the flight is canceled. We don't have a crew. You ain't have a crew when I booked this flight. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy.
This just happened y'all last weekend.
Bro, and I'm seeing on the news, I just saw on the news that they finna start making charging these airlines a fine because they're leaving people stranded, bro.
Yeah.
There's people in the airport today that was there yesterday when I got in.
Oh, that's cold.
Bro, tripping, bro. Like, I'm like, and they got no, they don't want to give you your money back. It's like they get your money and that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Selfishness, greed, bro. Then they gonna charge you all this, bro. It's crazy, bro.
They call it capitalism.
The flights is like $2,000, $3,000, bro.
Damn.
To go from here to Minnesota or, bro, anyway,
Somewhere
that's how they run the
close.
business. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
It's
wild,
wild.
bro. That's wild.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of selfishness going on. That aspect and characteristic is definitely visible and everywhere. The people don't care about you, they care about themselves. From the average Joe to the celebrity.
Yeah.
You better believe it. And to the politician, to the mailman.
Grocery
you don't really
store.
give a damn about you getting your mail.
Bodega.
He got to get a check though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, it's just, and it could go back too, because all people got to kind of do is like, look, let me take a step back real quick. See, like, even these oil dudes, you know what I'm saying? The oil dudes, if I was an oil dude, I'm like, man, I got 9 mansions.
They bleeding.
I got 4 yachts. I mean, do I need 4 yachts, 9 mansions?
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
Like, come on,
and
man.
that's the thing. These corporations, all these corporations, from the airlines, insurance companies, oil companies, they're already filthy rich. Like I said, that's not a normal greed. That's devilish greedy.
Yeah.
That's devilish greed. That's not normal greedy.
That's hoarding.
That's like, like when you just has to have everything.
Yep.
It's crazy.
That's that spirit of it like that. That's mine.
That's the spirit, and that's what the world promotes. It tells you have to, like, no, it don't tell you want this like it used to.
Yeah.
You know you want it. No, it tells you no.
You got
have
to have
You
this.
don't have this. You better come get one now.
Yeah.
You
better
gotta
get it.
have this.
You better get it.
So it makes a person never content.
Exactly.
Never content, because it's always something new or better than what you just got, and so you want to keep up.
I heard some millionaires say that same thing. A millionaire said he hanged around some billionaires, and then he started getting upset at his millions and wanted to become a billionaire.
Exactly.
Now, hold on, man. You know what I'm saying? Not you, but I'm saying the thing. Hold on. When does it get not fun to have $1 million?
For real.
I'm not finna overlook that because I'm looking at what a billionaire because he could buy this and that day, man. I'm finna
That's
go
why-
somewhere where my $1 million mean what it mean and kick it like that.
That's why it's very important in this life, whatever profession you're in, because any profession if you work hard enough and you're good at it, you can get rich.
Yeah.
Anyone. I don't care if you picking greens or, you know what I'm saying,
All
flipping
that.
burgers and you end up owning your own, you can end up getting rich from it. You know what I'm saying? If you do it well enough, you one day have your own restaurant and you
Yep.
get rich from it. But you have to have a limit that you set for yourself. And like, okay, like, I can't spend all this money. Of course I want to have my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to have them cool,
Right.
but I done made enough to have them keep it going and sustain themselves to where I ain't got to be out here like that.
Word.
So when I'm gone, they can pick up where I left off.
Yep.
I don't need all the money. They can make the money for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
but it's crazy. But people don't think. People be like, I need it all.
Gotta
I
have
need
it.
it all. I gotta have it.
Because they did define rich the wrong way.
Exactly.
Rich man know that he got God, and he know that God knows him through his son. You know what I'm saying? Rich man know that. A rich man know, you know, somebody needs something, I'm finna try and be there for him. Rich man smile when, you know what I'm saying, he just, you know, he just happy because he thinking about, you know what I'm saying, just regular things. It's not so much about the stuff they told us, because if it was never a commercial, we really wouldn't know what to buy. Unless you bought something you really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just see something you want. But nowadays, like you say, they showed us what to get. They show me a Lamborghini, helicopter, mansion, and some pops and bottles. That's what they show you the success is and what happiness is supposed to be, and riches. And that's a false identity of riches and happiness right there. Because all them people,
Yeah, I
some
don't
people
fall
got
for
that, and they just as miserable as you can see every day. We see it on wherever you can watch something that you see how they live. And not all of them, but most of them miserable as hell because something's missing.
Check it out. We're gonna get into this paragraph and read some more of this paragraph. It says, the spirit of the world has long been in operation, infecting and influencing people of the world. The ancient Arthur who wrote about it lived 19 centuries ago. He was an Asiatic, but traveled about considerably in the ancient Roman Empire. More than 2,000 years before his day, the spirit of the world had risen up and spread through the ranks of mankind. Because this spirit has long pervaded the human family, the world today has what is called the wisdom of the world and also its foolish things. It presents a certain scene or fashion of things. It has its rudiments or elementary things that lie at the root of its teachings and actions. It has its sorrow that brings about no real change for better, but that is deathward. It has its nations and kingdoms, and it has its invisible heavenly ruler. Of the spirit of this powerful unseen ruler, this world partakes. Basically saying what we told you earlier, the world is partaking in the spirit of the devil.
Yeah.
That's what the spirit of the world is. And those traits we named off, all those traits like we named off. And I like what it says. It says, it presents a certain, it has its rudiments and elementary things that lie at the root of its teachings and its actions. Then it says it has its sorrows that brings about no real change for better, but that is deathward.
Man.
Well, I take that as meaning, these world leaders, these, just like we just said, they have the means and the things to world peace if they really, really wanted to.
Yeah.
But what do?
Make weapons.
After every catastrophe that was done by weapons that they made, our condolences to this family, or that man died a hero. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
It's like that's all they can do. It's sad, but they can bring about no real change, like it says.
Yep.
Their whole thing, all they bring forth is death,
Destruction
and suffering, destruction. That's all. That's all they do.
And that's in the trait of the father of those things, because it says the devil is like a roaring lion and he wants to kill, steal, and destroy. These is the same principles that's being practiced, you know what I'm saying, here and in other countries. It could be, we don't have to speak the language, but the same spirit of stuff is going on over there.
Ain't even got to. Like, for real.
The same spirit of prostitution, child child raping and pornography and kidnapping, all that sex changing. I mean, what's that? Sex trafficking, all that. That's going. Everything that's going on is going on, and no matter what language, because evil don't speak no language. They just speak all of them.
All right, I want to get up into this next, because this next paragraph is very, very interesting. Gives y'all some information I know a lot of you probably didn't know. It says, how and when did the spirit of the world become an active force, an influence to affect the people in general? It did so more than a century after the great flood had swept over the whole earth and had cut down the human population to just 8 persons, namely the patriarch Noah and his wife, and their 3 sons, Japheth, Shem, and Ham, and their 3 wives. Thus, from the 8 human survivors of the flood, we all trace our line and descent and find ourselves really to be brothers and sisters. The ark in which Noah and his family lived through that global flood settled down at Mount Ararat in Armenia in Southwest Asia. When they came out of the ark after living a full solar year inside, these ancestors of ours had just one spirit. What was it? A worshipful frame of mind. There was an overwhelming tendency and mental inclination to worship the one who had just preserved them alive during the long flood, the unseen being who is creator of heaven and earth. So this is very powerful right here. First and foremost, for people that didn't know, that Noah's Ark came to rest on Mount Ararat in Armenia, on the borders of Southwest Asia. That's where it came to rest, and there was proof that it came to rest there. I don't even know what people still doubting it for.
Oh, it shouldn't even been.
I bet you believe everything else they
look,
find, all the ancient artifacts, all the other ancient artifacts and tablets and stuff they find. You believe them and put them in the museum.
Yeah, what's that? Pharaoh and them.
Right, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff, the pharaohs and the Egyptians, you pull all that up and place that in museums as fact. We talking about God. Ain't nothing more important than these facts. And another one I like is like, if you trace ourselves back, we really find ourselves to be brothers and sisters.
Word up. That's how God look at us too. He say we supposed brothers and sisters.
This makes the racist look like an idiot.
Yep.
Calling it what it is. You racists are idiots. Black, white, whatever color you are.
Yep.
If you're racist, you're an idiot.
Because it ain't what God said. You know what I'm saying? And that's the tragedy that man didn't have. Like, I'm just pausing real quick, but that's just the tragedy of what man has is when you ain't doing what God said and you get to making up your own things. This is what happens.
That's true. People got to understand, bro, like, if you can't see the pattern of everything that's going on. And I think on this subject right here, I think this will be the part 2, because we got a lot to cover. So we can end it on this one. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll get back at y'all with a part 2. But what I want to say is, if you can't tell or see the signs and the times that we living in, I mean, it's even blind people.
Yeah.
That's walking around and saying, I know something is going on. They ain't even and they don't even need their eyesight to be able to see that.
We see it.
Don't even need eyesight to be able to see that.
And they keep half of us partying like it's 1999. So, between the turn up and the this and that and trying to get money, like you said, that's cloudy. People can't even see these times, but you should be able to see it. That's why these distractions is so upon everybody. It's just a pull for your attention everywhere. Like, I ain't even seen young people ever get into a room before and just look up. I see young people go into a room and they all doing the same shit like that.
That's everywhere.
Even the grown people. I ain't even dogging. I ain't dogging the young people. Everybody doing this right here. And I ain't saying you don't handle your business, but what I'm saying is your attention is gone. You can't even sit up and really have a conversation with somebody because your attention span just finna be vied for. A beat, ding, ding. Hold on real quick. Maybe on purpose, but on not. But
everybody, bro.
And that's your attention. So if your attention is being gobbled up, by the time you get up, you reach for this. Half of America or the life would reach for this first. Toilet on it, whatever you're doing. But you ain't even, hold on, man. Let me talk to my God first. And, thank you for waking me up. I ain't saying being corny. Don't get me wrong. This is just how a nigga got to live. You got to try to get this kind of way because it's better that way. We try and see what's up with you, check in with you first before a big homie or before anything or anybody. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you got for me to download today so I can walk outside and try and represent what you're talking about. conduct myself better. And they gonna fall sometime, but he get us up. But the best part of it is, I'm saying, trying to detach from that spirit of the world. I ain't saying it's the easiest thing in the world.
It ain't. Oh no, it ain't.
You know, I ain't trying to paint that picture. You
It
know,
ain't. Because the plates, like I said in the song, you know what I'm saying? The plate that he made us look so tasty.
yeah, and he
It's so
definitely.
tasty.
I like the way you said earlier. He can't
That's-
make us do nothing,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but setting that plate almost tailor made
Sitting that
to
plate, that steak just juicy, it's just juice dripping off of it.
just
Mashed
like you like
potatoes,
it too.
Mashed potatoes, and garlic, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, you know, like I said, we're gonna get more deeper into this subject. It's just a lot more we gotta go, but
Yeah.
we already had like an hour on this, you know what I'm saying. But the very next episode we come back on, we will pick up right where we left off. I guarantee y'all, because there's a lot of good stuff we're gonna go into about how it started back then and what set the path for this spirit of the world on up into our day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we thank y'all again, man, for tuning in.
Thank you.
You know, we love coming here, dropping the, chopping it up with y'all, talking the truth
Nothing
all
better.
day. You know what I'm saying? So one time, y'all know what it is, man. The truth is always talking.
Just gotta shut up and listen.
Shut up. Listen.
Yeah. Check us out on Truth Talk 99.
Truth talk, truth, make the truth talk, truth talk.